What's up, everybody? So I got my Iwata Eclipse. I have some supplies, and this airbrush. When I decided to leave the shop, I only had a chance to really rinse it out real quick. I didn't really have a chance to really clean it before we, packed it up and took it away. So I'm just gonna take a little time today, and we're gonna clean it up. This is actually obviously not the back end to this, not the original one, but this one has a needle stop on the back, so that's why I have this one on here. But this is not dirty, obviously. A lot of this is not going to be very dirty. The main thing I'm worried about cleaning it out is the paint feed and the nozzle way here, the whole paint way. So I'm gonna start off. Obviously, it's not stuck or nothing like that. The paint didn't dry up in there, but I do want to clean it really good because the paint was in there for a while now. So I'm just gonna take some 4008 Restorer, starting with this, and we're just gonna pour a little bit in here, and we're gonna let that simmer. Let it sim while we take apart some other stuff. So we're gonna shake this up real quick. Just make sure it gets in there real good. Then we're gonna start by taking off the front. Right. So this probably needs cleaned as well. So I have a bunch of tools here. Obviously I have my brushes. These are probably one of the main things I'm gonna be using here. Probably this nice fine one. And this one doesn't really reach in there, but I'm just gonna run in there. Just make sure I get it. Yeah, there's just a little bit of paint in there. So I have the 4008. I actually should just use the lid. Pour some in the lid. Put it right here. I have some little cheap brushes. I try not to use my expensive brushes for cleaning, obviously, but some nice cheap brushes. Just gonna take some of that 4008, and we're gonna, just make sure to get it in there. Make sure our brush bristles really can go through there. Give it a good visual inspection. There you go. It looks nice and shiny again, which is what we want. But yeah, that 4008, and with a little brushing, just with the brush, get all your parts nice and clean. So I do have some paper towels. Try to use these. We're going to set this right next to our plate here. Also, I'm working on a plate because I like for stuff to not spill everywhere or whatever, especially when working with the 4008. And that's why we're also going to take it and place this on a paper towel. Maybe wipe it off real quick. Perfect. Just leave that over there. Making sure this is... What's up, Chris? How's it going? Make sure this is nice and, shaken up in there. And then we're gonna remove this outer part. And like I expected, it's a little stuck. Now, if you're gonna use pliers like this, I would just say it's all about gentle pressure. You don't need to clamp down hard or anything. Just a nice snug, and then just make sure you twist it. And as soon as it's loose, you can just switch back off to your hand. You don't have to keep using your pliers. Now this piece is fairly clean. There's nothing really wrong with that piece. So we're just going to set that aside. Going to pull off our nozzle, and yep, there's a bunch of white in there, which is what we were expecting. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to clean it. And so yeah. Now this stuff's been kind of soaking in there a little bit, so it's pretty good. I'll let that drip onto the plate. We'll pull out our needle. Right, and now because the 4008's been sitting on there, the needle comes out nice and easy. I'm just going to use some 4008 with my fingers. Just make sure we get the needle nice and clean. Let's take another paper towels. Why? Look at that. That's an extra. Why is that an extra long piece? I think it's two of them together and it missed the cut or something. Anyway, I'm going to take this, just make sure to clean our needle off really good. And yep, it's perfectly clean. Make sure the tip's nice and straight and clean. Good. Set that aside. Now we're going to take a look inside our cup. And so that 4008's been kind of in there, right? So we're going to take our brush. And you see, this is why I like using a brush, because it goes all the way through to the other side. You can see on there on the front end. Make sure we brush it all around. Also coming this way. Make sure you get that paint out of the way. There you go. Just make sure there's nothing nice and dry in there, which is really what I was dreading. Got all that in there. Take our paper towel. We can clean off this. Okay. Good. So there's that. Taking the paper towel. Since we're going to clean it, we might as well just kind of rub it on the outside paint here. Take off my precious. Now this will take a minute to loosen it up, but once it's loose, it's just going to come right off. I like using my fingernail. Get that off of there if you want to get it started. But really, if you just give this 4008 just a little bit of time and just some rubbing, just like that, all of that will just start coming right off. You see that? And you don't have to rub too hard, just nice and easy. If you have any hard spots like this, right, maybe just let it sit a little longer on there. Go around. Good. Gonna let that simmer for a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and take off our whole back end here. Just make sure nothing funky is going on back here. So far, everything looks pretty good. It's a little dirty, but nothing crazy. Just looks like a little dust or whatnot. But all we're gonna do is take our brush. We're just going to brush in back here. And here's our other brushes. Take this bigger brush. Just make sure you get out anything that's in there. Usually there's not much. Like I said, everything came out kind of clean. Then we're going to take the fine brush, just get some 4008 on it. We're just going to run that through. What's up, Jesus? How would you rate this 4008? It works really good. It's pretty much all I can say right now. So it came out pretty good. And just take some 4008, run it through here. Yeah, that 4008, it's like, kind of like paint remover magic, really. It takes a little time, right? But see, like that right there, that's probably like a really old stain. It's really nice and stuck, but it still comes off. inside looks nice and clean now. It's pretty good. So the last thing we want to focus is the little nozzle here. And I'm going to just start by using the spray bottle and just make sure I rinse it out. Now I just don't want to just throw soap in with the 4008. Keeping that separate over there. Simple. We're going to take some of this 4008 with a brush. And we're just going to hit our nozzle here. Ream it! Electric toothbrush. I mean, you could, yeah. Anytime you start introducing power tools, though, you start playing with the forces of nature. Cool. It's pretty clean. Just gonna take my needle. There's just a little bit of the stuff there. Make sure it sits. Once I can get it in there. There you go. Nice and clean. Put that over there on the paper. Make sure the needle's clean. Cool. Now let's kind of take all this stuff, just give it a nice visual inspection, make sure everything's actually clean. There's just a piece of something there. This looks pretty clean though. Cool. Then what I'm going to do is just rinse all these parts off with some soapy water. So you want to get the 4008 kind of off of most of it, you know. And a little bit of soapy water to do that. Put that back on the paper. Go through our parts here. Just wipe them off using some 4008, which will take anything that's on there off, really. Good. On this one here. An electric toothbrush probably worked pretty good. If you get a low power one, like one of the cheap ones, I know, like if you get an ultrasonic, you might be messing with some of the little tiny welds and stuff. You really don't want to do too much aggressive stuff onto it. So yeah, the 4012 works really good, but if you once you use the 4008, playing with your new tools, yeah. I haven't even used but the brush, really. But I honestly just needed to clean this airbrush. But take this, we're gonna rinse it off. Good. Take a little end cap, rinse it off. And last but not least, we'll clean off the cap. Like if we've used the 4012 or the 4011, you know, to clean, but then you ever try the 4008, oh Jesus Christ, right now. You'll see right away it's completely different. It's not a reducer. It's not recommended to mix with your paint. It's specifically for cleaning, and if you lean it up on a painting or if you spill it on something, on one of your works, you're gonna have a bad day. Just take it apart and put it in the ultrasonic cleaner. Yeah, that might work. It might. Do you put it in an ultrasonic cleaner with 4008? That might be boss. Not everybody has an ultrasonic cleaner though, so I know that, you know, I don't have one. I had one way back when, but it broke, and now I just resort to doing this. And honestly, I don't find myself doing this too often, like I said. But this one, like I started the video with, this one didn't get cleaned off very well when we moved. When I moved everything back over here, this one was I was using it to do that Hellcat painting and some other stuff, and yeah, I didn't actually get a chance to properly just like really clean it and rinse it really good. And so when I brought it, it was kind of not performing correctly, which is, you know, always an issue. So I just wanted to make sure I got it nice and clean and make sure it's working correctly. Which, yeah, it just looked like it was dirty. It just had a bunch of gunk in the nozzle and just stuff that had dried. Not really dried, but it was starting to get like mushy. It was halfway dried. I don't know what you call it. You will need to cut off the brush part and heat press the airbrush cleaner brush on it. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I'll try it and let you know. Yeah, that actually might work really good. If that works good, I'd go get another ultrasonic cleaner. Probably do it every 2 or 3 months. Till all the airbrushes, you know, just take them apart, run them through the ultrasonic cleaner, put them back together. Hey, my airbrushes look like new. Just rinsing off that cap. Got it all nice and clean. It's like perfectly shiny clean. Alright, now let's reassemble this bad boy. So we'll get this one out of the way. And we'll reassemble it. So we'll start with the front. Put the nozzle back in. Put this piece that we didn't even clean because it's not dirty. What's up, James? What's up, Aaron? Just wanted to pop in for a minute. Cool. I mean, like, I'm almost done anyway, so this was just a quick video of me just quick little cleaning on this airbrush. This is the Iwata Eclipse, and yeah, it had just had some paint stay in it for a little longer than I like. So put the trigger in first. Trigger movement is good. Get our back assembled and screwed in. All the way. Put our tightener down and then slide our needle in. It should slide in nice and nice all the way, which it does. Put that on there. Put our cap back on. Nice. And then we have our custom back end with the needle stop. Loosen it back up because I was tightening it. Yeah, ooh, this is nice and smooth now. Oh yeah, boy. Oh yeah. It's nice and smooth like. Okay, this little piece now just because it's clean, this little piece is going to bug me, so I'm just going to take this little pick. Just take this little, there you go. Perfect. Beautiful, my guy, beautiful. Get our air hose. Oh my God, oh yeah, it's so good. Oh, don't stop. So I'm just gonna put some reducer in here. We're just gonna do a quick little spray onto some paper. Like freaking new. And there you go, guys. There's my quick little cleaning. So obviously, if your airbrush is dirtier, it's gonna take you a little longer or whatnot. But this one was, it did have little gunks in there, but nothing too major. Now, a lot of people always ask about disassembling this air valve system. I personally never have a problem, but if you need to, then you must. And I know they sell replacement parts for that. Which, yeah, if you start having too many issues, it's something you might want to just replace. And now all these, I have to restart it fresh since it's like brand new. Might as well take all this little stuff off. That can stay. And this is actually clear, I think, right here, like automotive clear. Don't want to scratch the chrome. There you go. There you go. It's coming off. Boom. Stuff on the outside really doesn't bug me at all. Not too much anyway. Because it doesn't really affect how the airbrush works at all. There you go. Pretty good. I'm happy. I'm happy. It works. Just like new again. We can put this back on the rack. And we're good to go. So anyway, guys. An adult side of mic I didn't need. Oh, yeah. It's ready for your next creation. Yeah, so actually we'll be getting back on the Skull Squad design tomorrow. And yeah, we're coming along pretty good on that one. So tomorrow I'll be able to get back on that. But yeah, anyway, hopefully this video helps some of you out. How you straighten bent needles. So I typically don't. Typically, if a needle's bent, I replace it. I just get a new one. I know Sharpen Air has like a needle straightener. In the past, I've see like I should have a needle here, but if you, I just had it. Where is it? Anyway, I got one up here. So see, like this right here. I could get you in. Where is it? See on this needle how that tip is bent? The whole thing is bent because you can see it moving side to side. But usually I'll just get a new one. But in a pinch, if you're like in a pinch or something, you know, I would obviously try to straighten it out as best you can. And what I've done in the past, this plate might work. I like to use a piece of glass or a piece of flat metal and try to run it along. Let's see here, where are we? Here we are. So you would try to press it down onto that flat surface as best you can. This one's really bent out of shape, so I don't think this one will work. But you see how it kind of, actually, it's. I don't want to promise magic, but you know, if we could get it, we can get it. And all I'm doing is just pressing down on it, and then just trying to roll it. You see that? Now the tip might be too messed up. This whole needle might just be too messed up, but that was all, you know. In a pinch, you know, you could work with a little bit of a slight bent needle. If it's something that's super bent, like maybe like this, right? Clamp it and then try to spin it. See how I got it clamped and then try to spin it. And just spin it back. And that, honestly, where is it? It's better than it was for sure. And the whole front end is not bent. But, you know, in a pinch. But that's why I just ordered a new one. Because getting them back to be like perfectly straight, nah, that's a mission, son. And yeah, it's, you know, they used to be expensive, so I used to have to try to fix it or work with a bent needle. But nowadays they're kind of cheap. They're kind of high quality, and I just try to do my best about just keeping them not bent, keeping them straight. You know, just not hitting them on anything. Especially because I work with no fan cap on the front. I'm super careful all the time about, you know, not jamming it into something. So wood to try and straighten out first. Yeah, wood work good. I mean, yeah. I mean, you could try anything really, but like I said, yeah, I just don't. I just don't. I would be willing to give that sharpener tool a try, but like it's just not something I do, so it's not a tool that I really buy. And I don't bend needles that often. These needles were from my Badger Anthem 155s, and I ordered the detail needles and the detail conversion for all of them. So this is just the regular needle that comes with it, and then I ordered all the detail conversions, and these are just extra needles that I've been using for picking at stuff and whatnot. But I don't really need those needles. But yeah, anyway, I'll get out of here. Just buy a new one. It's easier. Yeah, like exactly. Like, you know, get it on Amazon. You'll have it in less than 2 days in most cases. So you're good. You're good to go. Anyway, guys, hopefully that video helps some of you guys out. I'm going to get out of here. Probably going to just wipe off some of these other airbrushes real quick now that I have since I already have the plate all dirty. I might as well, you know, I guess take advantage of the plate. But yeah, I want to see this cup they're talking about. What cup? What cup are you talking about? What did I miss? But yeah, anyway, guys, I'll get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. If you had, you know, some questions about cleaning, pretty much get yourself a little brush set like this. This was, why did I grab that one? This little brush set is probably, you know, this will save you a lot of trouble. This, with the 4008, it just makes cleaning like so much easier. When you're actually getting clean, this is what you need to go with. Just some little brushes like this, and you know, just take your time. Luckily, it wasn't that crazy dirty, but you know, it sprays like brand new, so we're good. The tumbler, oh yeah, no. The tumbler is not ready to be seen. You're gonna have to follow Chris on Facebook or something, and he'll post a picture. But yeah, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow when I go live. I hope you guys have a good day. Later, everybody.